And we are back with another video. This joint be tickling my nose hairs, and I'm not a fan of it. Well, I'm a fan of the microphone. I'm not a fan of it tickling my nose hairs. But let me not get sidetracked. Let me not get sidetracked. Let me not get sidetracked. Let's. I still get the same shirt on because it's the same day. Hold on, don't. I'm not dirty. I'm not dirty. Just want to put that out there. All right. Today we are talking about glare, glare, glare. Sakamoto days. And we're talking about the most recent chapter. This man Takamura is built entirely different. But you know who else is built entirely different? This man Gaku. This man Gaku took a whooping from Nagamo. Bro heard Takamura was throwing the ones and started resuscitating himself. He was fiending for the smoke. He was looking for the man with the sword. And that old man, he was looking for him. And the thing is that in Sakamoto, it's kind of convenient that Gaku faced Nagamo and survived. Even Nagamo was surprised that he was alive, which is weird because was Nagamo trying to kill him? But then again, I guess the thing about it was he technically was dead. He was dead until he was resuscitated by Sakamoto's crew. So I give him that. And Haruma's the same way. Like he lost the fight against Shin, but he's still able to move. They're still getting active. And I like that Gaku is standing on a different type of business with Takamura. And Haruma is jumping them, but Takamura is standing on business. Business, capital B. Haruma tried to go for the volleyball spike, or was it the shot put? No, he went for the volleyball spike with the shot put. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Takamura must be studied because then with effort cuts Haruma's stuff, which is I expected that. Haruma's not really the type. He's not a real assassin like that. He's not really built like that, which is fine. But as we're reading the chapter, they're trying to not use bloodlust to fight him, and it's crazy the whole time. Takamura is showing some IQ plays. I thought that he was just an unstoppable force. Like he just mutters, sleeps, kills, and that's the cycle that he has. But this man, he's not senile. He's not senile. He's present. He can say words. He just chooses not to. And that's the dangerous part. That's the dangerous part. This man cut his arm off so clean that he could put his arm back on. What? What? And I'm gonna be real. The scaling for Sakamoto is really hard right now because it is obvious that Sakamoto is trying to survive in terms of defense and he's trying to defeat Takamura. Whereas it would be so much easier because think about it like this: everything that Sakamoto does is a feat for himself because he can't kill them. So in essence, it's much harder what he's trying to do because he's trying to defeat someone without killing them, while everyone else is trying to kill Sakamoto. So it's like everyone's going all out to kill Sakamoto, but he's going all out to beat them and not kill them. So in instance, he's always going to be holding back in that regard. Now, some people can disagree with that fact, but me personally, I think a fact's a fact. If you are trying to kill someone versus trying to beat someone up and leave them unconscious, It is so much easier to go all out and do the first part than the latter. It just is. It just is. Now, the part that got me is I don't understand Takamura's morals. I mean, I get it. X is a bad group. I understand that, but there are some complexities to it, and I think Takamura is just not privy to it. But here's the biggest thing: Takamura says that the world is full of scumbags who don't deserve to live, and then he proceeds to speed blitz Haruma and cut him into a 6-inch sub. He turned Haruma into a ham and cheese on white bread. Yeah, rest in peace. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. This better not be one of those things where, like, because he cut him so clean, his half of his body should still be intact. Nah, that man is in the ground. He's gone. Now, what I look forward to is Sakamoto, Nagamo, and Gaku and Izuki fighting Takamura. But my thing is this: Nagamo is not at full power, and he's also slightly nerfed because of his emotions. Sakamoto, I believe, is in the same group. I believe is in the same thing. He's trying to focus. He's trying to lock back in, basically. And I think that the fight with Takamura is perfect in terms of timing because now everyone's trying to scale Takamura to prime Sakamoto. Now let's get one thing straight. When they said that, when Sakamoto said that he's stronger than from when he was in the JAA, what he meant was when Sakamoto was in the JAA, Takamura from then is weaker than the Takamura from now. That's the only thing he was implying. People think that he's implying that Prime Sakamoto is weaker than Takamura now, and that's just not true. When you are the best assassin in the world, that's literally your job. Your ability to kill someone. When you're the greatest assassin, it may not mean that Takamura is physically the strongest. And what do I mean by that? I mean that someone like Hio could have a higher physical strength output than Sakamoto can. Nagamo can be faster than Sakamoto. Rion can be faster than Sakamoto. She can have a better reaction speed. But Sakamoto's kit all together makes him the greatest assassin. And to me, it could also mean the strongest in that sense. And I feel like that's something we have to keep in mind. And in addition, we don't know the pretense of the JAA for when Takamura and Sakamoto were in there at the same time. So it's very hard to figure out if you want to take that route and say Prime Sakamoto is weaker than Takamura. It's very hard to take that statement and think that it means the whole time that he was there, because you have to remember when Sakamoto's an assassin, he's in the JAA. When he was the greatest assassin, he still was in the JAA. When he first started, or when he first started in the JAA, he's still in the JAA. So you have to understand that there's a spectrum that comes to that statement. So I think it's easily more implied that Takamura has just gotten stronger since Sakamoto has been in the order. Not necessarily that he's stronger than Sakamoto the from the order or the JAA, the association. But, you know, semantics, I guess. But I'm really concerned because I don't want Gaku to die. Someone needs to beat Takamura. And that's all I got to say, to be honest. Like, that's all I got to say about this chapter. I'm just waiting for the next one to drop. I am going to come out with another video talking about Sakamoto and Takamura. Well, actually, no, I'm not, because I can do that now. Here's my thing: it's not much to break down. I think that the current Sakamoto is hard to scale at this very moment because of the implications of Azuki being Rion's personality and that shaking them to their core, and the fact that Sakamoto needed to focus up and he needed to kind of like get in gear. I mean, he clearly saw the stakes. He went straight into Prime, into Slim Sakamoto. He went straight into Slim Sakamoto. He clearly knew what time it was going to be. And Takamura definitely made it difficult for him because Sakamoto was throwing them things. Let's not act like he wasn't throwing them things. That man kicked Takamura across a building. He was standing on business. They both were standing on business. Crazy. Takamura used Sakamoto's bullet to sharpen his blade. Like it was. My allergies are ramping up. By the way, if y'all see like me sniffling these last four videos, I apologize. Y'all can click off because of that. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Can't change the fact I'm sniffling. Sorry. But Takamura and Sakamoto, they're standing on business a different way than what I am used to. We have to wait to scale until everyone's at full health. We have to wait to scale. And then again, like I said, the scaling is wonky in terms of, but I mean, the scaling is not important to the story. I mean, like, of course, it's going to have some importance, but in the grand scheme of things, Nagamo just fought Gaku, gassed himself out, then fought Izuki a little bit, whatever that implies. Sakamoto should be emotionally distressed, but yet fresh in some form. Izuki, clearly injured, clearly is not fresh. So, what does that mean? Clearly, the implication is that Sakamoto and Nagamo are completely thrown off by the fact that Izuki is housing their friend. So, once Takamura jumped in after he got off the commode, killing people on the commode, cutting noses and stuff, I think it caught him off guard, but they also responded quickly. But still, taking emotional tolls on them because they don't understand what's going on. And that's something we have to keep in mind. There are so many factors that can make Sakamoto and Nagamo and Azuki even catch off guard. But Azuki even started fighting with Gaku and Haruma against Takamura. And they did a little some. They got him pinned down a little bit. But then Haruma just, mm, like I said, he got turned into a 6-inch sub on white bread. It's folded like an omelet, beach chair, just in half, in half. I say that to say we can't speak too soon on Sakamoto days, so we got to tune in next week for the chapter to come out, and that's all I gotta say on that chapter. Y'all be easy, peace.